Hi, my name is Tyler Harris. I'm going to be doing a presentation on reducing screen time. Did you know that us Americans spend an average of 5.4 hours a day on our smartphones? It's not even including the other types of media like video games, TV, movies that we all partake in. Although technology has been beneficial to society and has helped us advance our communication methods and our accessibility throughout the world, we need to be aware of the amount of time that we spend on our screens and take action to reduce that time. Millennials are especially guilty of this, as 13% of us spend as close to 12 hours a day on our phones. We've been growing up with technology. It's been shaping our everyday lives. Bigger and better things are coming out each year that we've been growing up. My phone alerted me that I spent an average of 5 hours 43 minutes each day last week on my phone. Was not happy to hear that. Did not make me very happy at all. I propose that we need to be aware of this absurd amount of time that we've been spending indoors on our phones, on our TVs, on our tablets, on our laptops, and reduce the amount of time to increase our physical, social, and mental health. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is social health. Social media is kind of a phenomenon. It's been taking us by storm. We all partake in it. Pretty much all of us have at least one social media outlet we use every day. It's very accessible, but it reduces face-to-face communication. According to SiteCentral.com, people die earlier with fewer social relationships than people with a healthy amount of social relationships. This is because we tend to substitute our real relationships for online ones, or transition our real relationships into online relationships. An example of this being Snapchat, which I'm sure many of us use every day. And it creates a convenient way to share your videos and photos of yourself, of your everyday life, and view others' photos and videos as well. And created many norms such as snap streaks and best friends lists that can kind of cause a virtual demand. So you feel demanded to keep a snap streak or keep a best friend, and that can cause a lot of stress for some young people. So as we transition from more like public and social activities to more individual online activities, this also increases or decreases our social health. For instance, video games are a great way to connect with others. You can gather around at a friend's house, go sit on the couch, play some video games, just enjoy something you love, catch up. But now video games have kind of transitioned to more of an online format, online multiplayer format. So most of the time people are just online by themselves on their own screen, not in the same room or anything. Movie theaters are the same way. As streaming becomes more popular, people tend to go to the movies less, and movies are a great way to converse with others, maybe not during the movie, but before and after. But now we can just sit in our bed on our laptop and watch basically an endless amount of movies with Netflix and Hulu. So social health ties greatly into mental health, as anyone with a great mental health needs to have a good social background or social activities. So it's like mental health is essential to our everyday lives. Ample screen time can cause loneliness, self-esteem issues, addiction, reduced ability to think for ourselves, and so on. It can also, or the internet at least, can create an outlet for hatred or attacking others anonymously, which can really hurt someone's self-esteem or mental health, and that's something we need to take action against and avoid. You can also become jealous of others easily. You can see someone has a lot of material things or has a very flashy life, and maybe you're not doing so well. It can cause you to kind of sink deeper into that hole. Even with looks, like if you view someone that's more attractive than you, you're more likely to think of yourself as less attractive than you already see yourself as. The Healthy.com reports that people who limit their social media time to 30 minutes a day report lower loneliness and depression. Another thing that can happen from the internet and media outlets is addiction. We're all basically sort of addicted to our screens. 8% of us having lost control cases according to Reuters.com. Different types of media can cause a lost sense of reality. So you can get lost in a TV show or a video game, and it kind of becomes your new reality for the time being. We also have a tendency to conform to the group's opinions, which causes us to think less for ourselves. So we want to be well liked and fit in with the crowd. So we tend to agree with what the masses say instead of forming our own opinions ourselves. Mental health as a whole will be improved with less screen time and as well as improved physical health. So, physical health is affected by screen time in many ways. It affects our ability to exercise, or child development, and body issues, including. I notice my eyes become very bloodshot whenever I spend too much time on a screen. This is because screen causes strain on the eyes, can even affect vision in a negative way. So exercising is very important for physical health. And the more time we spend indoors with our screens, the less time we're going to be spending exercising. According to journals.org, 2/3 of Americans are obese or overweight. Food ads on the internet can also have a negative effect on us, as we may see an ad for McDonald's or Wendy's and then get tempted to make a midnight run to go get some food, which we don't really need. There's so many things to do. There's endless things to do on the internet, and that has caused us to exercise less. Just imagine taking 30 minutes out of the 5+ hours you have on your phone and devoting that time to exercising. Imagine what kind of difference that would make. In conclusion, I've discussed how screens and technology have changed the way we live and have negative effects on our social, mental, and physical health. I encourage you to cut your screen time in half. Whatever your weekly report may be, try and cut that in half. Have coffee with your family member. Plan a hiking trip with your friends. Those things you don't need to use your phone for. Just imagine what kind of difference that would make in your life. Thank you.